Welcome to Untold Physio Stories, a podcast that informs and educates by connecting you to rehab industry leaders who share their candid successes and failures in business and practice.
Welcome back to Untold Physio Stories. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Ree with Modern Manual Therapy, The Eclectic Approach, Edge Rehab and Sport Science in Buffalo, New York. I don't say that enough because people are surprised that I'm actually in Buffalo. And The Eclectic Approach, I'm here now teaching in Vancouver, BC at the University of BC. And as some of you guys might remember and know, my former co-host, my once-a-year annual podcast host, Jason Shane, is in Vancouver. So I spent breakfast with him, and he's going to attend the first hour of my course. And I thought we should do another podcast together. How you doing, Jason?
I am doing spectacular.
Jason Shane from Shane Physiotherapy.
Oh, yeah, the famous Shane Physiotherapy.
The golden voice. So you guys might remember the last time he was on. It was a very special episode of Untold Physio Stories where...
Which one was it? I don't even remember.
Man injured by Apple Watch.
Oh, well, yes.
I wanted it to go viral because you always hear about these Apple Watch stories about saving people's lives.
Go look at it.
Fall detection, and meanwhile, Jason actually gets a repetitive stress injury from looking at his watch.
Oh, I did.
I don't even know how many times you can look at a watch in a day to actually cause like
hundreds,
shoulder impingement.
Internal rotation. Couldn't lift my arm up. Go listen to it.
You don't wear a watch anyway.
I do wear a watch,
but you don't look at it that much.
Watch.
You don't look at it that much.
I don't look at it that much.
No reason to look at it. Okay, so in the past couple of weeks, I've shot a couple of videos with Dr. Dana Palmer, my current podcast host, and they're all based upon me first getting a clicking in my knee. So I shot a very popular video, how to reduce clicking. It was like a meniscal derangement. I also shot a variation on this like a long time ago, one of your courses. You remember? Yeah, it was the same technique, yes. But I update my videos every once in a while. Better video, better audio, things like that, better lighting. So we shot that one in another video, which I'm going to release next week, on how to improve knee flexion after 90 degrees. It's based on a super old school pathoanatomical technique I learned in fellowship from Catherine Patla at the University of St. Augustine. And they're both going well. So, I noticed like some medial knee pain with running probably about a month ago. My knee started clicking. Dana did these techniques on me, and I was able to kind of self-reset and do either repeated knee extensions or tibial internal rotations. Also helped my dorsiflexion. I noticed I was also losing dorsiflexion, so I thought, maybe that's why my knee's bothering me. And the reset just stopped being effective completely. Then I noticed my knee was a little swollen, and it was a little swollen after one run, and it was very at the medial joint line. So combined that with the clicking, I thought, definitely probably like some sort of internal derangement, like a flap that's kind of sticking up, but it reduces when the clicking goes away. Then one day I woke up, my knee was warm and very hypersensitive, like hypersensitive paresthesia.
Whoa.
I couldn't even kneel.
Had you run the day before?
No.
Whoa.
It had clicked the night before when I sat kind of crisscross applesauce, the kids call it now.
I like that.
And I thought, oh, wow, I don't know if that good click or bad click, just like a patient, right? Because I usually tell patients, when they bend forward and they hear a click, they think it's bad. But for some reason, when we manipulate them, they hear a click, it's good. Like a click is a click, right?
I think I know. Don't tell me, but I have an idea what you tried to do to alleviate this.
You don't. So I tried certain things, but the hypersensitivity was so bad. Something my wife Nicole said a couple weeks ago. I hope it's not gout.
Oh, wow.
Because I have a history of gout. I've only had it 2 or 3 times, once in my big toe on our honeymoon. And that's what it reminded me of because it was so painful. Mm-hmm. We happened to have actually a whole bottle of wine, but when I stood up for a picture with this waiter, I couldn't stay on my toe. But I was laughing so hard because we were drunk. And she's like, your big toe hurts? I'm like, yeah, it literally feels like Fred Flintstone foot. If you imagine like big and pulsing.
Oh, yeah.
And it had super painful paresthesia. I couldn't even put my shoe back on. It was so swollen.
Oh, wow.
A couple years ago, I ate a ton of seafood, uncharacteristic of my plant-based diet. And my thumb hurt so bad and it was so swollen that all the wrinkles in my thumb went away. And that's how I knew. Because the hypersensitivity to light touch causes very strong paresthesia. Mm-hmm. and my thumb was at the time was clicking. When I had it x-rayed, you can see like little uric acid crystals. So I think the clicking is not a meniscus, it's uric acid crystals.
Oh, wow.
So no matter how much I tried to, that's why I couldn't reset it.
Now then, was there an incident of you eating some different food
Not
before
really,
waking
no.
up? Okay.
No, I mean, and what I've been reading on is sometimes it's not triggered by diet. Sometimes it just happens because I just have a history of it. So I've been doing some alternative things like...
Well, I'm interested on this.
Yeah, something, I always want to call it ashes. Oh, it's charcoal pills and
Yes.
that like helps flush out the uric acid.
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing I was doing was working. I was doing a lot of, ginger and turmeric and smoothies and stuff like that too, and in certain recipes, and someone helping, and also like NSAIDs repeatedly throughout the day, which also helps take the edge off. But literally, I was so skeptical of this charcoal, and apparently Nicole's uncle came by a couple years ago, told me about his gout has never came up again ever since he started taking charcoal, and apparently I dismissed him rudely, so I have to apologize next time I see him. I didn't think I was rude, but Nicole's like, no, you were just laughing about it, saying, oh, it's not an issue, it's not an issue.
You don't have to
But at the time, it wasn't an issue.
He'll hear it in this podcast.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he listens. But within a day, like less than 12 hours of me taking the first pill, it was 80% better.
80% better.
And it was not changing at all before that.
And the reason why I laugh at this is over the course of when he and I would podcast, there'd be sometimes stories of where either you or I, fortunately it was you, would, like, your repertoire of skills, of knowledge, of trying everything you can wouldn't work in these rare circumstances. And then you're like, I am going to try something different. What comes to mind was your wife when she went to massage, and it helped her. You would ton all your techniques and everything.
What she needed was a massage.
What she needed was a massage.
I mean, as a mom,
it was so
time
good.
away, relaxing.
Yeah. And you needed charcoal pills.
Yes, it's definitely helped. And I didn't bring one with me on this trip. So
you know what? I think I saw a hibachi barbecue over there with a few
let's
old
do it.
coals over there. I could probably, scrape a little bit off. Yeah.
You're also supposed to apparently create like a paste and rub it on your skin. I don't want to do that. It seems like it'd be kind of messy, but
I like that. So charcoal. So I am going to now. You do think it was gout though? Do you think it is?
It's still going on.
Oh, it's still going on.
Yeah, I mean, I can kneel, even say if I'm kneeling in church for a while, but by the end of Mass, it doesn't even hurt. It just feels so stiff. Yeah. And it feels like, I mean, talk about being in pain or inflamed for a while, not ruining, but changing proprioception and kinesthetic awareness and joint position sense. I feel like when I'm walking, that my patella is actually literally going laterally, or that like I'm having some kind of weird circumducting gait.
Got it.
But when I look down,
it's normal.
It is going perfectly straight, but I feel like my foot is everting, my tibia is externally rotating, and I feel like I'm going into this huge valgus, where my hip is circumducting, and I'm not. It's such a strange feeling.
But if you take the charcoal peels, are you almost close to asymptomatic then?
Asymptomatic for pain and sensitivity, but it just feels stiff. And I try to stretch it or I try to mobilize it. And, like I spent probably an hour and a half putting together a crazy dog crate for my escape artist German Shepherd.
Yes.
And it felt better after that. Like, I was flexed for so long. And I was like literally kneeling on a wood floor for so long thinking, I can't believe I'm doing this. But it's funny. And that didn't bother it. But kneeling in church I went 2 days in a row now. Yeah. Because of All Souls Day. And yesterday was I had to go yesterday instead of tonight. Yeah. Because of travel. And it is just like, 2 out of 3 discomfort. I can't really bend past 90. I can't squat. I haven't been able to run. I'm only just doing upper body strength now. It's driving me nuts.
So I want to hear an update to this.
This is the longest it's ever gone. Normally it's very painful for like a couple weeks. Yeah. The pain's subsided, but this stiffness, I've never had this like recurring stiffness and hypersensitivity to touch.
I wonder if you're ever going to bite the bullet and get some imaging done on that knee.
Oh man, every time Nicole's like, you should see a real doctor, she always calls it. You should see a real doctor. I'm like, what are they going to offer? What are they going to offer? It's just going to be like, oh, you need a shot, or you already on. I'm already on anti-inflammatories. What are they going to do? That doesn't need surgery. So that's always my question. I say the same thing to patients.
Where is it going to go?
Yeah, it's shot pillar surgery, right? What do you need for this?
Now, I want to tell a story, not right now, but I have a really quick story of, I bet, a case of nerve issue that you've never come across before.
Wow, so next year.
Next year. Well,
I don't know. We'll have to do it sometime later.
I can tell it in 3 minutes.
All right, hold on. Let me see. We should just do another episode.
I think we're going to do another episode. That's
All
exactly
right.
what we're going to do.
All right. So, hey, Jason, where can people find you?
They can find me, Shane Physiotherapy, my Facebook page. I don't post as much on there, but my Instagram is the best way, Shane Physiotherapy.
All right. Well, you can find me, Dr. E, at Modern Rehab Mastery. That's our new online mentoring program. It includes modern manual therapy, modern patient education, and modern strength training. It's 3 months with 3 mentors. So 1 month with each mentor, 4 weeks, tons of modules, lots of CEUs, learn at your own pace for a month, then move on. So go beyond the seminar. You also get chat room with your mentees and mentors and live Q&As every week. Check out all my products, Edge Mobility System. We have the new Edge ISTM toolbox that includes the Edge Mobility Star and the OG Edge Mobility tool, our Edge Restriction System BFR cuffs. That's part of Dr. Kyle Coffey's Modern Strength Training BFR certificate. I hope to see you at a live eclectic approach course soon. That's modern manual therapy in US, Canada, and South America. And make sure to rate Untold Physio Stories 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. You could also subscribe on Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. And as always, you guys have an awesome day.